we love control in general, and we love control in the spiritual life. I'm Father Mark, married with the Franciscan Friars of the Renewal, and this is Ascension Presents. I introduced a bit of like an approach to this, what I'm calling like this desert spirituality. It's a state. It's not something that you can easily enter into or get out of. It's not something that you can easily come in and fix. You're just there like experiencing the fullness of yourself and experiencing the places in your life, right, that you can't just go in and fix. And when you're actually in the desert, like you're just so vulnerable and so dependent on providence and on the weather. You prepare, but you can't control. And we love control in general, and we love control in the spiritual life. Give me a really tangible, concrete thing I can do, right? Because the thing I can do, the action step, okay, here is a very clear way that I can control a better step. I can do this. I have agency here, right? And of course, that makes sense. That makes sense why that's attractive, and there's a healthy part of that. Okay, I want to grow. I want to get better. I want to seek the Lord. So tell me what to do, and I'll do it. But part of the desert and desert spirituality and Lent is experiencing this truth. There's a part of my spiritual life that I just can't control. There's something that I need that I can't give myself, that I am dependent on God. I'm not just dependent on my own strength and self-improvement. I'm not just dependent on my ability to make the best choices or to grind or to be driven or to be committed. There's a place in my life that no matter what I do, like I just need the Lord. Like I need Him. And this is part of our understanding of why faith, hope, and charity are called theological virtues. In other words, they are a grace that must be given by God. They're not something that we can just attain. Certainly we can nurture a disposition, a greater receptivity, but we can't just make it happen. Like we need the grace of faith. We need this thing to be given to us by God for our following of Him to make sense. We need the grace of hope, and we need the grace of charity. And so part of an authentic desert spirituality is encountering ourselves or going to this place or just seeing in ourselves, like, I need you, Lord. I can't do anything else except cry out. It's like, I need you, Lord. I need you, Lord. And, I talked about last week of just kind of making this journey of self-knowledge. It can be with sin. It can be with identity questions. It can be with family questions. It can be with discouragement questions. It can be with history questions. Like there's this thing where we just bring to the Lord and like, I can't fix this. I can't make this go away. Like, I just need you, Lord. When you encounter your need and your dependence, all we can do is come to God and say, help me, like save me. Give me your faith. Give me your hope. Give me your charity. In this unfulfilled vocation, Lord, give me your hope. In these sort of questions I have about like who I really am, like help me to like give me the faith so I can see you as you really are and see myself as I really am. Like, Lord, like in these different relationships, in my own sin towards other people, in like my desire for gratitude and struggle with ingratitude, like give me your charity that I may love you and I like with your own love, and that you may like experience a love for myself with your own love, and I may love other people with your own love, because this person had hurt me so much and I just can't love them. So you have to do it, right? And so there's this part of it which is like, it's a little bit feels abstract, and it's like a little bit like it's just not super concrete. Like, what does this look like? But it happens, and I've experienced it, and I've seen it happen to other people. And part of the reason, like my understanding of why we need faith, hope, and charity, right, is like just God, like we just need God to be able to see Him and to recognize Him and to know the scriptures and to like really just to know. And we need hope, right? Because God has a resourcefulness beyond our understanding, and He has a timeline for rewarding us, like that's beyond our understanding, right? Like we look at ourselves and all the brokenness, and like, how could you possibly do something good here? But Romans 8:28, God is at work for the good in all things for those who love Him. Like He just has a resourcefulness beyond our comprehension. And what eternity really means, like it's like we can't comprehend it. So we need the gift of grace there. We need the gift of hope, the grace of hope. And then charity, just again, to really be able to like know and love ourselves, to value ourselves, to really be able to know and to love His presence in the Eucharist, to be really able to know and love like Mary is our mother, and God is our father, our neighbor is brother and sister. Like, we need charity. We need the theological virtue of charity. And so, my friends, hopefully in your journey of self-knowledge, hopefully in your Lenten journey, you're going to a place of a deeper encounter of yourself. But don't be afraid. Don't be afraid when you come to the place of absolute need and dependence and poverty. This is the point. This is where we're trying to go. And what do we do there? We just cry out with confidence that he who led us in the desert, like, has led us in the desert so that he can encounter us in the desert, so that he can do what he always does, which is turn this desert into a garden where there's rock and sand. He can bring up flowers and flowing water. Only he can do it, and we can just follow, and we can just stay in relationship, and we can just cry out. Again, it's not super concrete, but I think it's just important for us to recognize that a key foundational component of our spiritual life is that we need him. But it's okay for us to need him because he is perfectly reliable and provident. So let's continue the journey. And again, when we encounter the weakness and the poverty and the inability, like, let's not be afraid, but let's cry out with confidence for faith, hope, and charity. All right, thanks so much for, again, allowing me to share a little bit in your Lenten journey. Remember, we are pilgrims on this earth. Somos peregrinos, poco a poco, little by little. Vamos a llegar. We're going to make it. God bless you all.